It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the LA Chargers. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Fighting his way through contact. And a good kick pays off as he's only able to get this out past the 10-yard line. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And Walker once more. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Straight ahead, Walker. Elijah Molden up to make the stop. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
They'll get this complete to the tight end Barner. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 39 yards there, a big one.
And this is one of the toughest parts about being a defensive back. When a play breaks down like this, you're taught to plaster to a receiver. Find the nearest one and adhere yourself to it. But you can only stay with the receiver so long if the play continues to develop. He knows where he's going. You do not.
And the big boys up front. They're going to stop him right at the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. On play action, McCarthy. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's third and goal. Here's McCarthy. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a
touchdown, but instead that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release.
The kickoff for Seattle.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
At their own 35-yard line.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. On the ground, this is Amari in Hampton. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Anytime you approach 100 yards rushing, you deserve the acclaim that comes with it, and he got it. AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week.
And wasn't up around 200, wasn't in a crazy game, but very good, solidly in that driver's seat to win that award, and he did.
21. Baylor Tiger. Baylor. Go, let's go. Baylor Tiger. Baylor. Home and trips right.
Here's Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. The Chargers at 8-4 now in the year. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 1st down, it's Hampton. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You notice trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. Here's Herbert. That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Ladd McConkey with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers have answered that early field goal to take a 1st quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
7. Seahawks 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're 1-2 plays and they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Trying the left side with Walker. And nothing doing it. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
In motion, the tight end. To the air with McCarthy. And complete to Smith-Njigba. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48.
It wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a quick 6 on a Charger TV. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Looking to throw McCarthy. Open man is the rookie from Auburn. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing is McCarthy. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Horton. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 42. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now McCarthy. Throw out wide to Walker. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. McCarthy. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. The try. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Jackson Smith and Jigba. 41 yards. And the Seahawks have cut it back with a score. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10.
Seahawks 10. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Now it's Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Herbert now. Throw over the middle, and it's caught by Johnston. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 18.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Now inside the 25. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. 47 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Seahawks 10.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy setting up the screen here. This is Walker. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Second and 11. Operating from the gun. McCarthy. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third. They'll try for the first with Walker. And some good acceleration as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. McCarthy. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Back to throw. McCarthy. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. And you don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just me.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Derek Hall racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Herbert going to give to Hampton. And he'll get this up to about the 40. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop the shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And they get him down about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A third down pickup of 5. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This is taken at the 18. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensive. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Dante Jackson picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Charger drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
A gain of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Hey, easy. We'll go orange. Set.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he hits him in stride. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chargers add 6 to their lead.
The Chargers will line up for the...
They'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And able to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Run!
He'll run here with Hampton. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's got the tight end. That's Gadsden. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Second and 8 coming from the 19. Herbert. And this one finds McConkey. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Lad McConkey. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Seahawks 10.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Pass midfield, look out. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Seahawks. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there.
Michael Dixon to kick off for
So
Seattle.
let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown
Their last time out looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll dump this off to hands incomplete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Up the middle, it's Hampton. Down to about the 45.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second and 6.
Set. 5-9.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
And 6 yards to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Let's go. Lion, 5-9.
Here's Herbert. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
That's taken in by Arroyo. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Running left is Walker. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on second and third.
If these guys going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. Here's Herbert. Open man, it's Johnston. Touchdown, Chargers. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Chargers are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead.
The kick is good.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To the air with McCarthy. And now here's another interception. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Run! Set. Wide 80. What? Ready?
They'll work inside here, Hampton. And he stopped immediately there. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Set. What is it? Campo. Go.
Again, it's Hampton. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Line. Baylor Tigers. What is it?
Looking to throw. Herbert. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Quentin Johnston with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a pretty poor kick here. It doesn't make it to the landing zone, and that means they'll move the ball out to the 40-yard line. looking to put a drive together. Hands it to Walker to begin the series. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
Sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. They'll get this down to the 38.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Second down and 6 now. And going right back to Walker. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, "What was that all game?" Or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for.
Now a run with Walker. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll send the tight end in motion. 3rd down from the gun, McCarthy. He'll try and do this himself. And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it, but can't convert. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Charger drive about to get going. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24.
Set. Go.
Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 58 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
Set. Lion, lock. Set.
A run once more with Hampton. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Third down and 13.
Set. AD. Route.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying